Hi, guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. I hope you had a good week. Lots of integration stuff happening, lots of downloads, lots of. So, hopefully, you guys are taking really good care of yourselves during this time period because it's actually a great opportunity. Let's see. This coming month, well, and into next month, we've got the Friday Night Fun thing that we started to launch, which is a free thing if you're local. It's just, we've been playing with like Oracle decks and, uh, you know, it's just coming one. I think we're going to play some games, so just something fun to do as a community. We still got our sound baths. There's one coming up this Tuesday. Our group healings, we have sample day if you want to try some of those things out. Oh, and next month we have a metaphysical fair where we will have more treats out. Biowell scans are going to be cheap, flower essence, and then other readers that don't normally work here. So, all right, here, this is where you can find out all of that stuff. Let's see where I'm using this month's stone of the month, purpurite. It really is hard to kind of see how cool this is. It's a really soft stone, so it's not really great for a pocket stone. It's better for like an altar or your desk, but it's really helps with times of change, and it helps with integrating what needs to be integrated and let go of old habits, that kind of thing. And I pulled a sample spray of the Enviro Cleanse from Basic Earth today because that's what's wanted to come. Basic Earth has a really nice line of Reiki charged products that help cleanse the area. All right. So, for those of you who have not played before, this is how we do it. Type me, please, for a card, and I'll get to as many as I can. Hopefully, this week I'm not playing the drop the light or mess with the mic. Hopefully, I just kept it very simple and basic today. So, hopefully, that means it's kind of seamless. But if you really want a card, you have to say me, please, so that I know that you want a card out loud in front of everybody. Your name will appear out down on the screen, and there sometimes is more than one, Gina or whatever. And just know that you will be, if you look at the screen, if you hear a message that feels like it's for you, it probably is. The guides definitely join in. It's another thing I have coming up is group guide reading. Anyway, using the Voyager Tarot today, and of course my Yantra deck to start off. All right. Let's see how it goes. Okay, for the week. Oh, evolution. Yeah, we're ready. I'm telling you, this time of change is coming. We are blossoming into a new space, which is great. Now, this card is also like the tip of the iceberg card, so just know that the evolution is happening, but it might take a while. It's not like an overnight thing. Okay, so this is going to be the big thing this week is the temple. Honor the body. That means lots of good nourishing water, lots of good foods, lots of downtime, lots of playtime. That's what we will be doing to honoring the body this week. By the end of the week, things are getting complicated. Okay, so upside down, a lot of temptation to be all over the place, planning different things. Just be aware that you can keep it simple even when it's complex. You just baby steps and just small little pieces. Okay, so this week, bottom line, honor your body and know that things are changing. Okay, now we're going to kick off into your personal reading. So we're going to do a 1, 2, 3. If you guys are watching after the fact or later, this would be a good way to get your card. This is the 1, 2, 3. But everybody who's live with me, you can also pick a number, see what resonates, and this will be the start of your personal message. If we see a card more than 3 times, the message comes to all of us. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. See what resonates. Okay, if you picked 1 this week, you've got the Emperor upside down. Okay, so what that is saying is that you're going to be having to look at some of the masculine actions. It's a major arcana card, so some major energy is shifting, but the masculine energy is being asked to kind of step back a little bit. The doing, the pushing is not going to be necessarily helpful for you, because the seeds are already planted, and if you keep digging up the soil, then the seed can't do what it needs to do. Okay, If you picked 2, you've got brilliance, Ace of Crystals. Okay. So this is beginning of really sharpening your mind. This week for you, your evolution process is going to be getting your mind clear, the beginning of things, just starting to see how things are going to start unfolding. Okay. So if you picked 2, that's what you're going to be about. And if you picked 3, you got the Major Arcana Magician. Okay. So what that is saying right at the beginning. Okay. So the Ace of Crystals and the Magician card are both indicating that you are coming to something new. All these cards are saying something new is coming this week. The Magician card is basically saying skillful expertise of creation, co-creation, paying attention to your mind, letting your mind though reveal what could possibly be coming next. Okay. And the Magician takes responsibility too for its own life, its own creation. It's the beginning of the journey. Okay. You're out of the naive space now and you're into awareness that your own life is your life to live and lead. Okay. All right. If we get trolls too, guys, if somebody says private message me, not associated with me, I'll try to catch them, but sometimes I don't right away. Okay. CC, you made it to the top. Thanks for coming to group healing. Okay. 6 of Cups. Okay, so 6 of Cups upside down. What that is actually saying is that there's some emotional release that's going to be able to happen this week because of this evolution process that we're in. The body has been storing a lot of information. This week would be a good week to kind of start unpacking the physicality of your emotions. Okay, so where are you storing your anger? Where are you storing your frustration? That kind of thing. It's the body really does like pack things away sometimes. So this would be a good focus for you this week. All right. Rob, and by the way, the YouTubers are kind of the ones who are at the top of the game because Facebook doesn't let you comment until you get to until it's live, and the YouTube lets you do it a little bit early. So if you subscribe to the YouTube channel and then you hit the bell button, you'll get notification of when I'm live, and you'll be able to comment and get at the top of the list. Okay, Rob, you got Magician. So the second time we've seen this, if you pick 3, your guides are doubling down. If you didn't pick 3 at the beginning, this is adding on to the fact that you are in charge of your own life. This week, you are being asked to step into that. What that means is that you are the co-creator. Get some clear intentions going, okay? Start the week off stating what you want to see come to evolution, okay? All right. Hi, Tiff. Haven't seen you in a while. All right, let's see. Tiff, your card is time, space, okay? Upside down. All right, so that is a Major Arcana card. It's saying that things are like time and space is not really making sense right now. That's true for a lot of us in the evolutionary process, okay? So when it's upside down, it's basically saying that you are far along the path of self-discovery. You're far along the path of waking up, but it's kind of disorienting you a little bit. And there's some time that could be happening to integrate yourself into a space that doesn't have so much time and space, and just kind of let yourself, like, you know, if you can get away from a phone, from a clock for a little bit this week, that would be useful. Okay. Miranda, your card is Synthesis upside down, the 8 of Crystals. So mind again, okay, but this is asking you to really just kind of realize you're kind of maybe over calculating and overthinking about some things. And this week would be a good week to know your numbers, know your strategy, have some ideas, but then let it show you how it's really going to go, right? We love our budgets, and then the budgets get blown. This is a week just to kind of synthesize information from different sources and not just to kind of look at it through one lens. Okay. Gina, you got the Hanged Man, which it's upside down and it's a Major Arcana card. So just FYI, when we're using tarot, the Major Arcana cards basically indicate something big. The Minor Arcana cards are a little bit like a refining thing. Okay. So the Hanged Man is upside down. It is saying that you are at the eye of the storm, and it's a good time to prepare. It's a good time to think clearly. It's a good time to realize where you may have taken a couple things too far, and it might be time to make some shifts. So if you think about even where I'm kind of getting the idea that you're, the people who hold out for a storm that when they've been told to leave. And then they find out, okay, I should have left. Now I can't. That's kind of what the feeling feels like this week. Okay. So kind of getting prepared to move before it's not a choice. Okay. Robin, you got Major Arcana Hermit, right side up. So that's basically saying step back, as you evolve, take care of your physical self by giving yourself physical space and just really just go within. And you sometimes when we're going through a big evolution process, we cannot tell anyone. We cannot tell anyone because no one will get it. We'll be talking ourselves into a corner. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging on, you guys. I see you all there. I'm coming. Jordan, you've got the art card. Okay, so this is you getting out there with those hands and putting yourself into an alignment with becoming more of what you want to become. Your evolutionary process this week is about sharing your gifts, okay? Sharing your art, whatever that looks like. And if you don't know how, maybe start asking around, start networking with your friends and family and say, how would you guys think would be best for me to step out and share more, okay? Janelle, you got the Fool Child upside down. Okay, so this is kind of pushing you into the Magician card that we've been seeing, okay? So the Fool Child upside down is basically saying, okay, the naivety is over. The beginning of playfulness, okay, fine. You start a childlike innocence, that's perfect. But now go into the Magician space. You're evolving into knowing what you know and let that knowledge pull you into the Magician phase, which we've been seeing occurred for a bit. All right, Donnie, you got time and space right side up. So where Tiff got time and space upside down, you're being asked to manage your time a little bit more, manage your space a little bit more, prepare your spaces for the things you say you want. If, for example, if you say that you want and I know this isn't true for you, but I'm just going to throw out, like, let's say you want a baby, right? But your house is full of junk. There's no place for the baby to go. You might want to clear out some space. Yeah, the baby might start off small, but kind of needs its own room or, like room in like its own space in your house. Not necessarily its very own room. So this is what you guys are saying. Just make room for the things you say you want. Okay. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you got the Empress upside down. Okay. So the Emperor started off at the beginning upside down. This card is saying that I'm hearing from your guides that you don't have to be the creator of all things. You can let go a little bit and let everything come to fruition on its own. You've done the nourishing part. You've done what you need to do. Now it's time to do what's for you to do and let people do what's theirs to do. Okay. All right. Matthew, you got 4 of Wands, which is aspirations. This is goal setting. This is like, think about, what you really want your legend to be. And what you want to be able to kind of go back and say to your kids, like, and also just like, don't put your head in the sand. Don't know that that some of the things you say you want may be a little difficult to obtain right now. And that's okay. But whatever your intentions are, this week would be a good week to put some aspirations, maybe on paper even, and just kind of let people know. Okay, Diane? You got the Hanged Man upside down. So this is the second card for us today. It's the same message that Gina was getting. Don't stay too long. Be sure that when it's time for you to move on, you move on. And I'm also getting that you're not responsible for holding space for everybody to become who they are becoming. It's causing walls to go up because you're feeling responsible for things that you don't want to be responsible for anymore. So this week would be a good week to kind of be clear about that. Okay, especially as we're evolving into our physical care. Janice, you got Seeker, Child of Wands. Okay, so this is about starting off in like an innocent, I'm going to paint the world I want. But the child also has some wisdom because the child doesn't overthink. The child doesn't play out in a negative way necessarily. The child just kind of is in awe of everything that is around. And that's kind of what you're being asked to function from this week. Okay. I don't know why I say kind of, because it's not kind of, it is what you're being asked to do. Okay, synthesis again for you, Barbara. 8 of crystals, right side up. We got this upside down before. So this is actually saying bring things together. Synthesize your life a little bit more. The things that want to come together, things that want to come through, let them come through at this time. And this is going to take some mind, some organization, some sorting. Okay, so this week would be a good week for you to organize. Either your social circle or your house, whatever feels best. Kimberly. Oh, you got the seeker upside down, child of wands. Okay, so what that is actually saying for you is that when that it's yeah, you can be playful and you can kind of be an open book, but as you start to seek, you're starting to get answers and you're getting pushed into, kind of knowing your truth a little bit more. I'm also hearing from your guides, look this week for hidden signs of being off track or on track. Okay. So, it might be something as simple as like, I cannot get that email to send, or I cannot get that door open. And that might be a sign. Okay. Michaela, your focus this week is right side up, Empress. So this is go into your space of what you create and create some peace, hold space, just let it flow. Just be in a space of just feminine energy. Feminine energy is the embracer, the beer, not the doer. Very much about community, connection, all of those things. Okay. So that's going to be your focus this week. Patty. Okay, you got Fool Child upside down the second time we've seen this. So basically, this is encouraging you to push forward into that magician space, as we said. So yeah, you can be innocent, you can be naive about what you've been creating, but now it's time to kind of notice what that created as far as desires in you, and let those desires start to evolve into the magician part of you, which is the part that creates the things you want. Okay, Michelle. You got 10 of crystals, which is delusion. Okay, this is a mind card. This is about mind. A 10 of crystals is like, I'm coming to an awareness that maybe my perceptions and the way that I live my life wasn't necessarily the way that I could have lived my life. And now I'm coming to a space where I'm getting clear about that. That evolution process is for you, is your mind is getting clear and you are starting to see where you have maybe let yourself put your head in the sand and don't do it anymore. All right, this week for you, Sam. Oh, second card of art. You're also being asked to share your gifts, share your rainbow, share your insight. If you are struggling with how to do that, ask your friends and family. For those of you who are part of the community, you can always throw it out to one of the tribes. We have a Healing Studio tribe and an Insightful Inspiration tribe. They're private groups. You have to be accepted into them, but they're kind of more for having these deeper discussions. So feel free to do that. Okay, Nicole and Seth. Nicole, death upside down. Okay, that is basically saying what's going to die has already died. Whatever has been, needed to go is already done. So now it's time to accept that process was what it needed to be. And now it's okay to start moving into the idea that new beginnings come from endings. And so just letting yourself you don't have to go back and review even what they're saying died. You just have to have new beginnings to look at. Okay. Which is like a lot of what the guys are saying this week's about. Third time's charm on this one. Seth, you got Fool Child. I'm going to get the book out just in case I'm missing something about what the author of this deck intended to say with this card upside down. The Fool Child, you may never mature into adulthood and like a child stay eternally immature, pure. This is thus not take responsibility. Remain dependent and naive, impractical and powerless. Okay. So this is what I'm saying to you guys. We're getting this card. This is for all of us now since it's the third time. Take responsibility for your creations. Take responsibility for your life. Okay, you didn't know better before, but now you do. So it's okay to start stepping into that knowledge. Okay. I love that it spelled that out. Me, please. Face, red, heart shape. Thank you. Elbow cough. Whatever elbow cough is. Okay, blossoming lotus. Here we go. 10 of cups. Passion. Time for you to embrace your emotions. Time for you to let those emotions drive your passions. Go ahead and be as passionate and fiery as it feels good to, to be this week, and share it with those people around you because they love it when you're passionate. They love your passion. They love to share it with you. So just be open about it. Aaron, you also got 10 of cups. I shuffled. This is a fat deck. Okay, so see how they stack the messages sometimes? This is what they do in guides group too. They love to like bounce off each other. So find the things that make you passionate. Find the things that fill your cup up. Give yourself some space to just be in positive emotions this week, okay? Nalani, you've got it, Ace of Wands upside down. It says illumination. Something's not going to be revealed yet, okay? Something about what you want is not coming out yet, and that's okay. So this is kind of a watch and wait kind of message for you. This week might not be a week for you to actually do anything, but just see what is evolving, okay? So a non-action week as best you can. Kayana, you've got 2 of crystals, okay? So this is equanimity. This is like knowing that your mind has one way of thinking about things and somebody else's mind may think completely opposite, and both can be true at once. So it's okay to like let everybody have their own perceptions and not need to change things, okay? All right. Keep going here. Tanya, your week card is 4 of Worlds. Okay, so commencement is what it says, but it's upside down. So this is about material things, and there's lots of different things coming off of this card for you. It's not the end of the material stuff. There's more to be unfolding. If you close the door too quickly, you're going to end up having less than what you want. So this week, try not to celebrate the end yet because it's not there. I hope that makes sense. Christy, you got Ace of Worlds, success upside down. So this week is not going to feel like a week that is bringing you the material success you are wishing for. That is okay. When this message comes in, it's kind of like let that focus go and change your focus. Change your focus to how you want to change the world. And don't worry about the finances right now. Okay. Kira, you got the Major Arcana Star, which this is very much step into your power, step into your truth, step into your beauty. So this card very much is about kind of wisdom unfolding, letting yourself shine where you have the opportunities, and don't shy away from those opportunities. Okay. Finn, you've got breakthrough upside down. Okay. So you've got 7 of Worlds. That is basically kind of similar to what your mom's message was, which is just know that this week is not the week where you're going to get all the answers, and whatever comes out physically this week is not necessarily the week for you to come to that conclusion. It's not time yet. Okay. All right. Eat 100 foods. You got the Man of Cups surfer. Okay. So this is riding the emotional waves. This is emotional maturity on a masculine level. And so this is like, I don't have to take responsibility for anybody but myself. And I can totally navigate my own feelings through this whole thing. Okay. So that's what you're being invited to do this week. It's pretty cool. Eli, you're focusing on the Tower this week, which is the Major Arcana card for change. We have all been going through a lot of change, and this week is no exception for you. But the message of the Tower is it's time for change, and it's okay to let that change occur. And it doesn't have to be painful, although change can often feel painful. That's why this stone of the month is purpurite, because it can help us not cling when we're going through change. Heidi, for you this week, you've got Feeler upside down, Child of Cups. What this is saying to me is that it's no longer time for you to just be in your innocent feelings. It's time for you to start taking responsibility for those feelings, start to feel your truth versus someone else's truth. No, when you're picking up stuff because of your empath side, it's a good week to really take a good look at your own feelings and how you might begin to navigate them in a more productive way. Okay. Jenny, you've got Ace of Wands right side up, so illumination. So something's going to happen for you this week that's going to show you the way of where you want to go next. It's going to show you some inspiration. It's going to guide you. So give yourself some space on that with, as we combine that with the evolution, okay? Let things reveal themselves, and maybe take serious note, like maybe even write them down if you do notice them. Deanna, you got Fortune upside down. That's a Major Arcana card. Okay, similar message to what we heard for Christy, which is this week is not the week for financial success. This week is not the week for everything to come to fruition in a positive way. It's okay though. It's just taking your focus off of that. Okay, let yourself focus more on what legacy you want of service you want to leave the world, and don't worry about how you're going to get paid to do it. It'll come when it comes. Okay, Gina, Nine of Cups fulfillment. So for you this week, you got a lot of wonderful emotional energy. Your cup gets full. You get to see a little bit more of yourself and everything around you. That's great. So good week for you. Good week for you to really start to, take inventory of your nervous system and how you can start to be more fulfilled every day as a habit. Cynthia, your card for the week is the Sage of Crystals, okay, the knower, but it's upside down. So what this is saying is, again, a lot of the messages this week are like advance forward. You're at the end of this phase. Now it's time to go to the next phase. The knower is like the beginning of the mind, like it's kind of like the young man getting out in the world. He's still naive, willing to take risks. Okay, that's great. Now, whatever that phase has been about, now now go forward and do the next phase with that knowledge. Okay. Okay, Hannah, you got right side up, fool child. So unlike everybody else in this what we're all hearing, you're actually being told it's okay to be right at the beginning. Look, there's a little embryo in there. You are just ready to be open, and that's actually a really good thing for you this week. And so that's interesting that you're kind of in such a different phase from what everybody else is hearing. But what they're saying is your innocence can provide the playfulness that everybody needs while they're getting all serious about the next phase. Okay. So for you, playfulness, joy, laughter this week. Lisa, you got Ace of Crystals right side up. So this is this is the mind getting very clear about what is coming next. There's been a lot of pressure for your mind to kind of come to this next phase, and it's saying that now you're going to get some clarity. That's what the evolution is going to be about. Okay. Kalina, you got Man of Worlds, Achiever. Okay. So this card is about physically going forward. Do what's yours to do. Take actual physical personal responsibility for your actions and take action. This is an action week for you. Not everybody's in an action week, but Cameron. Okay, you got Preserver, Woman of World. So it's interesting that they put those back to back, those messages, because Kalina's being told to go, take action, do. The Woman of Worlds can only gestate. There's not it's a preserver. It's a slow down. Make sure that everything you're putting in the bucket right now is being weaved as we speak. Hold space for it. Be gentle. It'll hatch when it's ready. Okay. All right. Seriously wonderful. Courtney, you got Fortune right side up. So, okay, unlike some of these other people that are saying, hold on, it's not coming yet, yours is saying it is coming. Pay attention to what is arriving. See what is coming that you really like, and you want to say, yes, thank you, more please too. This card is also indicating to me that it's a big time for you to, kind of leave your mark on the world. So it's a good time for you to start thinking about, if I had to leave tomorrow, not that you are, but what would I want the world to say I left behind in a positive way? Okay. All right. We did it. As always, that you guys played with me for the half hour and we got to everybody. If you're still hanging out, you got to type me please for a card. Otherwise, I think I'm excited about what we're getting messages about this week. It sounds like lots of change, good change that requires us to take responsibility for ourselves. All sounds pretty reasonable and doable to me. I don't know about you. All right. Well, I appreciate all of you joining with me. And again, I'm telling you, the best way to really do this is YouTube. Of course, you can find me on Facebook too, but YouTube lets you comment a little bit early and it will notify you when I go live and all that good stuff. So, Kimberly, last minute. Okay. Mark, what's up for Mark? Okay, Mark got the censor, Women of Wands. So this is really about being into, paying attention to how everyone around him feels, how he feels, being a little bit more in tune with the inner world. Maybe spend this week learning to kind of watch your thoughts, box breathing, meditation, whatever you can do to kind of calm things down. That would be good. Yeah, I mean, and basically things are unfolding, but it's going to be good for his feeling side to kind of come out a little more. So, all right, you guys, go be amazing. See you later.